I think the biggest mistake is treating Southeast Asia as one market. The region is incredibly diverse, so a one-size-fits-all approach, or simply localizing global assets or celebrating local holidays is rarely enough to build genuine relevance. Indonesia is a great example. It has one of the most vibrant creator ecosystems and online communities in the region. People don't just consume content. They remix it, comment on it, and shape the conversation, almost like inside jokes. So we want to join that conversation or be brought up in the conversation. We want to speak the local language while still sounding unmistakably dual. Across Southeast Asia, local relevance means understanding that every market has its own culture, humor, and online behaviors. Our job isn't to create just one regional campaign, but to tell the same Duolingo story in ways that feel authentic to each market. In Indonesia, what surprised me the most is how community-driven people are. Even learning is a shared experience. People motivate each other, celebrate streaks, and share the progress with friends on social. That has shaped our local marketing playbook meaningfully. So instead of just creating content, we focus on creating conversations and moments that people want to participate in together. We probably say no more often than we say yes. Just because a trend is everywhere doesn't mean it's right for Duolingo. So we usually ask ourselves 4 questions. Is it culturally relevant? Does it fit Duo's personality? Can we add something original? And will our community actually enjoy it? If the answer isn't yes to all 4, we move on, because people actually don't remember brands for jumping on every trend. They remember how brands show up in those moments. So that's why every trend still needs to feel unmistakably Duolingo. The personality never changes, only the local expression does. Duo is playful, bold, and a little chaotic everywhere in the world. So what changes is how that personality comes to life. Because humor, cultural references, and platform behaviors are different across Southeast Asia. A good example I want to share is our collaboration with Tokopedia in Indonesia. It doesn't start from an agency brief, but it starts from an existing local conversation, an inside joke in Indonesia's internet culture. And the joke is about how similar the 2 branded mascots are. Instead of ignoring the internet's jokes about Duo and Topbed, we embrace them and become part of the conversation. So in just 1 week, the campaign generated 2.2 million engagements and was picked up organically by more than 130 media outlets. But what I'm most proud of isn't the numbers, is that the campaign felt like something the community had created with us and not just for us. Conversion and growth are important for every business, and of course, we measure them. But at Duolingo, we believe that long-term brand building is what makes that growth sustainable. That's why we don't see engagement and conversion as competing metrics. Great engagement builds familiarity, trust, and brand love. And over time, those are the things that drive sustainable growth. So in today's low attention world, people may forget a campaign, but they remember how a brand made them feel. That's why we focus on building a brand that people genuinely want to come back to. I think Gen AI is becoming a really valuable partner for marketers, especially at the early stages of the creative process. So it can help us scan thousands of conversations, identify emerging trends, summarize what's happening across different communities, or even suggest a few creative directions to get the team thinking. That means we spend less time gathering information and more time discussing what ideas are actually worth pursuing. So I think for a region like Southeast Asia, where every market has its own culture and online behaviors, AI helps us navigate the complexity at the beginning. But deciding what's authentic to the brand and what's genuinely relevant to people, that definitely still comes from the human judgment. I don't think accessibility and monetization are opposites. So the balance is building enough value that people choose to pay, while making sure the free part is truly sufficient and helpful for the user's learning experiences. So that's very much how we think about it at Duolingo. Our core learning experience is entirely free because that's central to our mission. Premium features are there to enhance the experience and not to limit your access to learning. So we believe that if you build a product that people genuinely love and benefit from, monetization will follow naturally. I think the winning companies will be those that best understand human motivation. So learning is fundamentally a behavioral challenge. So the product that help people stay motivated, celebrate progress, and then build lasting habits will have a significant advantage. I think technology can enable better learning experiences, but the trust, the habit, and then the emotional connection to the learning experiences are what keep the learners coming back.